Good morning, cat. Good morning. Oh, who's a good Simon?
So it's day 1 of TBR Takedown, and I sound like this. I woke up this morning with a terrible sore throat. I'm pretty sure it's just allergies because I didn't get my allergy shot this week, and I've been sneezing like crazy, but several people around me have been sick, so not ruling out that I'm sick. Anyways, I have made myself a cup of Clare tea, which is like an herbal tea that's supposed to help with like fighting off sickness, and then I'm gonna take a bunch of airborne today to see if I can help. But other than that, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna start this. I just finished my audiobook last night that I was reading, and it was fantastic, and I am going to put My Brilliant Friend on hold for the readathon unless I just really feel like reading it, and start on this so that I can actually try to read my TBR that I set for myself, because I'm really excited about especially this book. So I'm gonna drink my tea now and try not to feel like crap. I feel a little better. My throat still hurts, but we're getting on with the day. I started a new audiobook called The Dressmaker. It's not got the best reviews on Goodreads or on Scribd, but it's about the Titanic, or it's like a fictional Titanic story, and I'm feeling those. So that's what I'm listening to on audiobook. I also may or may not have the physical copy, which is kind of embarrassing, but whatever. So yeah, I'm just getting on with my reading. I'm gonna go to work and get probably 0 reading done throughout the day, but yes. Hello. So it's now, I don't know, 7 something, 8 o'clock, and I have done very little reading since I got home, or really all this day. My boss took me out to lunch today, and with my coworker, since this is the next to last week I'm going to be at my current job, and so we went out to eat, and it was a lot of fun. But I got home today, and after feeling kind of ugh this morning, I laid down on the couch and took like a 2-hour nap. So I'm gonna make dinner now and then probably try to get some reading in, although I need to film a video or 2, so I don't know. I don't really know what I feel like doing right now. I was looking so forward to TBR Takedown all week, and then I got this crummy sore throat, and it's just, you know, it's just ruining my plans. So there's that. I've done about 50 pages or so of reading in this, and it reads slower than I was expecting it to read, but I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely something that I feel like you have to concentrate on. So unlike the stuff that I've been reading recently, which is like mostly historical fiction, I can usually read those while listening to something else, or just sort of like reading them in bits and pieces. I feel like this is going to be a better read to read straight through, so it's a good one for this readathon, and I'm looking forward to taking some time tomorrow to really just get stuck into this. I am going to try to read a little bit more on this. It's really cute. I'm liking it, and I'm not really sure where it's going, but it's really, the art style is really cute, and I am a fan. So yeah, I'm gonna probably read a little bit more of this before I fall asleep, but I'm calling it, I was gonna say an early night, but it's like 11 o'clock, so it's not really that early for me. Usually I'm in bed by like 10, but I am gonna try to get some good sleep, and hopefully I'll wake up in the morning without a sore throat and not feeling all this sinus allergy crap that I have been feeling all day. So hopefully I'll feel better. Good morning. So I got a late start, and I have read some more in Anya's Ghost, and it's really cute. It does kind of jump around, so it changes gears really quickly, which is a little jarring, but it's still cute. I made delicious oatmeal breakfast and so I'm going to eat that and watch some YouTube videos and then try to get a little more reading done. I'm not nearly as successful as I thought I was going to be this weekend. I don't know what the cat's doing. Some sort of obstacle course. Now he's breathing heavy. Buddy, what is wrong with you? Anyways. I've been a terrible vlogger this weekend. I have yet again fallen asleep on the couch, but also read about half of this, and it's getting more interesting. I would describe this book as like a slowly simmering pot, because it's like, at first it's just like really kind of slow, and then it's starting to build, and like, I feel like the chapters are getting shorter, and like the intensity is starting to build. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it though. It's one of those things that's like completely different than stuff I would normally read, and yeah, I am interested to see, like, I mean, I know about the protests, but I'm interested to see where this specifically goes, because some of the relationships in here are very interesting. So yes, I haven't like touched any of my other books after I finished Anya's Ghost. But I am probably, once I finish this, I can't decide if I want to start the nonfiction one that has to do with the same thing, or if I'm gonna move on to The Winter's Kiss, because I'm really excited about that one, and I know that reads really fast. So we'll see. It just, I think it depends on the kind of mood that I'm in. So I took a break from reading because I want to pick out a TBR for Genreathon, because after watching a bunch of TBR videos and reading this weekend, I decided that I do want to participate in Genreathon. So I now have to pick out a TBR and film a TBR video and get that up tonight. I do know that I want to use the 4th Animorphs book as one of them, so this would be the genre of, I don't know if middle grade is a genre so much as it, I mean, this is kind of like science fiction. Yeah, I guess it's like middle grade science fiction, but this is going to be one of my books because it's short and quick, and I am enjoying these, so this will be a good one for a readathon. I have a bunch of, like, I have, you can't see them, but down here are most of my nonfiction books that I own that I haven't read, and I have a couple of books about like the First Amendment, and then some different things, just like, I don't know, history kind of things. But I also have this one that's really interesting, that's like found things, I think, or it's just like stories about things that were found, and I think this would be an interesting read, and it's got like, you know, illustrations and little things, so it would be, I think, a quicker read. So I might include this one. I haven't decided. I don't know. This is mostly just me and my thought process and my not currently reading the things that I have to read for this weekend. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna continue picking things out and change my battery on my camera because it's blinking crazily, and then film a TBR video. So that will be up before this video, and then you can laugh at me being super indecisive. So I just finished filming my Genreathon TBR and editing it, and so now it's exporting. It was like whirlwind, film, or pick out TBR, edit, no, pick out TBR, film, edit, export, and then I have to upload it. But while it's exporting, I'm gonna go back to reading some of this, and I fancied myself up for the video, which honestly, I'm legit wearing the same romper that I wore in like 2 different times when I was filming, but it ended up being in like 7 different videos. And I was like, I swear guys, I wear other clothes. And so when I went to sit down to when I went to sit down to film, I was like, oh god, I'm wearing this romper again. I have to put something else on. So I put over it this like other blue shirt and then a necklace, because I was like, I genuinely cannot wear the same romper in every video because it looks like I only have one outfit. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading while that's exporting, and then I have to upload it, and yes, so Genreathon, I'm currently in the middle of it while you're watching this. Well, I'm calling it a night. I am 75 pages from the end of my book, but I am tired. It's just been one of those weekends where I've just been tired. So I'll finish this tomorrow. So I definitely will be finishing this during the readathon, but probably not much else, and that's okay because I almost read this entire book in one day, and it's pretty intense, I will say that. I got to the point where, so I read out loud sometimes, and I got to the point where I was reading out loud and the thing that was being described was so just unimaginable, but that I literally couldn't read it out loud. I just like was silently reading it to myself with my mouth hanging open, like I cannot believe that would happen. And like I wanted to immediately go and like look it up in the book, the nonfiction book I have, or on the internet, to be like, did that really happen? Because if that really happened, those people should be ashamed of themselves. So yeah, this book is intense, and I would say I'm going to continue reading it, but I think I need to maybe listen to my audiobook while I play some Candy Crush before I go to bed, so that I don't have scary nightmare protest dreams, because that could really be a thing. My cat is insane. Buddy, what are you doing? I don't know. I finally finished Your Heart is a Muscle the Size of a Fist, and it was really good. It was one of those books that just tears at your heart, and I definitely recommend it. I looked at in the back, and one of the books that the author used to learn about the events is actually the nonfiction book that I have and want to read, so that's really interesting. And one of the things that I found really interesting is like near the end of the book it talks about what the TVs didn't show, and then it's like what the TV did show. And I thought that was really interesting because, like I said in my TBR video, I did my thesis in college on media's coverage of protests, including the World Trade Organization protests, and it definitely spoke to my research as far as like the real stories of what was going on, and the protesters and the people involved were not really covered. It was more about the material things and the sort of like frivolous things that they could cover to villainize protesters. So yeah, it was really interesting, and I really, really, really liked it, and I'm glad that I picked it up, and I am gonna go see what kind of crack my cat's on now. Here are the books that were on my TBR for TBR Takedown, and I'm just going to quickly go through my progress on these. I ended up getting about 100 pages into this one on Sunday, so this one is going to carry over into Genreathon. Hopefully I'll finish this week. I read the entirety of Anya's Ghost. I read all of the Your Heart is a Muscle the Size of a Fist. This, for some reason, that title gives me trouble every time. And then I did not start The Battle in Seattle. After I finished this one, I just felt like this was a little bit heavy because this was super intense. You will have heard a lot of me talking about this. I'm not going to talk too much about these right now just because this video is already really, really long, but I will say that I really liked Anya's Ghost, and I loved Your Heart is a Muscle the Size of a Fist. I would recommend that to anyone. It's just an amazing book. I also did some audiobook listening with The Dressmaker. I got about a third of the way through this. I've since gotten much further, just listening to it in the car. So, pretty good. I read 2 whole books. I think I read somewhere around 700, hold on, I'll tell you exactly, 762 pages, and I finished 2 books, and that was in 3 days, with me feeling like crap and sleeping kind of a lot this weekend, so I'm pretty proud of that. I am doing Genreathon, so I will be carrying some of these books, actually I think all of these books, over into my Genreathon TBR, and hopefully I will get to read all of those. I've got other ones. I'll link my Genreathon TBR up here. I won't be vlogging for Genreathon just because it's going to be a really hectic week. So there will be no vlog for that, but I will wrap that up at the end of the week or next week, early next week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and watching my cat's acrobatics, because he's crazy for that Millennium Falcon toy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really enjoy vlogging during these things. I hope to get to do this a little bit more. I definitely will be doing it for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, so look for that coming up pretty soon, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Say goodbye, Simon.